I welcome you all to the fourth session of the seminar, and this is the fourth day. Today we have four speakers. Uh, First one is Sri Krishna Bararji, and second one is Srikant Kallurkar, then Dr. Pranay Dilip Abhang, and Professor S.K. Kulkarni. So we start. Before we start our program, I invite Dr. Claudia from Brazil to introduce our first speaker, Krishna Barat. Dr. Claudia.
Namaste, everyone. So I would like to introduce for all of you Krishna Bharat. Krishna Bharat has been practicing Agnihotra since 1990. He has done a Bachelor Science Electronics and Diploma in Export Management. He is currently working as a partner at one of the leading tax advisory firm in India. He has visited Singapore, Thailand, and China for Agnihotra propagation work. He has delivered lectures on Agnihotra at various schools, colleges, and public gatherings. He has also organized a mass Agnihotra celebration program in various cities. He has traveled to many cities in India to promote the Agnihotra message.
Thank you, Dr. Claudia. Now we invite Krishna Bararji to present his lecture. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Uh, are you able to see my screen now, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I think first of all, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the participants. And it is a great privilege for me to present this conference. My topic is Agnihotra, a Vedic technique for healing, holistic health, and happiness. And I have 8 to 10 pages which I will talk about. So when we consider the world around us, we see that everyone is aspiring to be happy on this planet, and everyone wants to have good health, happiness, as well as everyone to be happy when we are living on this planet. And on the alongside, we also see that world around us is full of challenges, disturbances, as well as the environment in which we are living is deadly polluted. And then how one can be happy when there are so many challenges around us, like we have war, hatred, as well as crime around us, and also there is a depleting health and other planet related issues. And in this process, this is one of the key question to everyone, as we are also going through the pandemic. So because of all this pollution as well as the health issues, everyone has the negative emotions as well as deep frustration, and we see lost in when we are in the journey of this on this planet. And obviously, what is the solution is one of the key question which everyone is trying to uh, find the answer to come out from this anxiety as well as health issues what we are facing today. Now at the end of the day, we are living on the planet, and the planet, when we reside over here. So the planet is made up of 5 ethers or the element. We have water, fire, and other things which we called is as Pancha Mahabhuta. And when we consider ourselves, so when the planet is created by the Almighty, along with the creation of this planet, the basic knowledge what we gather or what we understand is the Vedic knowledge, which is the most ancient knowledge, and this knowledge has the key for the eternal happiness. And as we see, when we call ourselves as human beings, so we are Jivatma, or there is a Paramatma. So Paramatma is the one, he is the Almighty who knows everything and anything, and he is omnipresent. While Jiyatma, we try to have the zeal of finding the knowledge, and also try to be in the journey of finding the happiness. And when we try to find this happiness, so the Jivatma and the Jiv Srushti is also residing on this planet. And there is a when we see it is Sattva Guna, Tamas Guna, and Raja Guna. So these are the Triguna Vishwavedaha is is one of the Hemans in Vedas. So when we come to the basic discipline, so as an human being, we have lots of variety of worships, and we try to find out what we should be doing. So today we are going to talk about Agnihotra. Is one of the basic form of yajna, and its revelation or its origin comes from the Vedic scriptures, Rigveda. And as we know, except fire, everything around us is deadly polluted. So what is the Agnihotra, or what is the fire worship which is called as Agnihotra? As we know, since ancient days, fire is regarded and worshipped and respected among all the religions. You take any religion, fire has highest regard. And when we go back to the ancient Olympic Games, we have seen that the everyone was gathered under the fire mashal, or the fire. And that's how this Agnihotra, or the fire, has the quality to build the relationship and establish the harmony and purify the environment around us where we are residing. And what is the key to the eternal happiness? To have the better environment, and this purified environment will then bring the synergy as well as help us in building the confidence, and also which will help us in getting the tranquility, and which will lead for the good health and ultimate aim of the human life to have the eternal happiness. Now, what is the Agnihotra? Agnihotra is a basic form of yajna, as I said. Who can do it? Anyone across the planet can do it. And it is the one of the basic form of yajna which can be done, adopted by any nationality, any person of any caste, creed, and religion. And it has 5 disciplines which needs to be adopted: a copper pyramid of specific shape, dried cow dung cakes, and sunrise sunset timings, and specific mantras. When we want to perform this specific Agnihotra, we have to offer 2 pinchful of unbroken uncooked rice smeared with cow ghee, and by chanting 2 Vedic mantras. This is the basic discipline. Now, how we want to do it? It has to be performed exactly at sunrise and sunset. We have to create the fire exactly at 5 to 7 minutes before sunrise or sunset. And for the preparation of fire, we have to use dried cow dung cakes and apply Google or Lobhan or Bhimseni camphor to light the fire. We can take the bath, and exact pinpoint we have to chant 2 Vedic mantras. The sunrise mantra is like this: Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. So here, by chanting this mantra, we have to put the offering into the well blazed fire, and then keep quiet or meditate for 3 to 5 minutes, 7 minutes as per availability. And when we put this offering, the specific gases during the fumigation process are evaluated, or they are transmitted to the environment where we stay, and these gases helps us in purifying the environment, and it has been scientifically proved. And these gases heals the atmosphere, and ultimately it has a good impact on our human mind as well as body, and it helps us in getting the relaxation, and also we find the peacefulness. That's the experience which we get, and people in around 80 countries or so, they have experienced these benefits. What exactly it means? It helps us in getting reduction in the stress. It also builds the immunity. It has the impact, bacteriostatic impact. It helps in concentration, and overall it also has an impact on the surroundings where we stay. It builds the positivity, it gives the tranquility, and also it has a great impact on the agriculture. And that's how when we perform Agnihotra in the morning, the effect remains till evening. So that means we have 12 hours cycle, which has the effect for 12 hours in one offering. Then second offering at sunset, we have another 12 hours offering. So that means by adopting this Agnihotra process, one can have healing environment, or the cycle of environment purification, which continues 24/7. And that means when we perform Agnihotra in India, someone at another location in the country is again performing the Agnihotra, and that means there is a cycle which continues of healing cycle around the planet by having this process of Agnihotra practiced everywhere around the globe. Now, what exactly it means? Then Agnihotra helps us in having the physical well-being. It has the stress management, emotional well-being, child health, as well as alcohol and drug de-addiction. These are the another scientific outcome of this process. So in a way, what we are talking over here is that this is one of the wholesome technique which helps us in the healing of the atmosphere, purification of the atmosphere. Then it also helps us in building the health, and ultimately when it is having the peace of mind, you have the tranquility, and you get to have the holistic health and happiness are the outcome of the practice of this process. And at the last, this is the detail where you will get the material to whom you can contact for the more details on the Agnihotra and its other nitty-gritties about getting the material, etc., etc. So I will stop over here and probably take some question and answer if at all there one anyone who would like to have any question to be answered, because I know I have slightly tried to complete it in a slightly more better way or faster to have an opportunity to take the question and answers, because this is a conference, and of course we will be sharing the presentation. I have shared my email address also, and I have myself doing Agnihotra for last 31 years, and I have experienced a lot of things. I also with proud I can say that I have not been hospitalized during past whatever life I am living. I am now 51 years, 52 I will complete in June next year. And of course I went through the pandemic in second wave. My whole family also was found positive, but with God's grace as well as the performance and practice of Agnihotra, I am again in front of you giving the lecture on Agnihotra, and there are greater experiences which we can share. But I would love to take some question answer if at all anyone has any question. And I know there are more learned speakers which are S.K. Kulkarni as well as Shri Kalurkar. They are equally experienced in in the fraternity of Agnihotra. I think there is one Vidyasagar Garg has raised the hand. Please go ahead, sir, with your question.
Should this Agnihotra be done indoors or outdoors?
Yeah, so practice of Agnihotra is open. It can be done indoor as well as outdoor. Now in India we do it indoor because in many of the global places there could be challenges, and where one can do it outdoor also. But it is preferably to be done indoor, because where we stay in a house or apartment or a home, it is preferable to perform this Agnihotra indoor, as it is not only the process of purification of the environment, but it is also a process to surrender self unto the Almighty. And that means we to do it with proper dedication, as well as with bath in the morning, if it is possible to take bath in the evening. So it is the process of self purification and purification of the environment. So answer is, you can do it indoor as well as outdoor. And whenever we travel, we also carry the kit. We people who are doing Agnihotra as prescribed over here, sunrise and sunset, we carry the kit along with whenever we are traveling, and we try to see we don't miss the sunrise or sunset.
So Aarti also
Hope
wants
this answers your question. Yeah,
one question.
Aarti, I think you have question. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yes,
I'm not sure, ma'am or sir. Please. Yeah.
I'm ma'am. Yes, Dr. Bharatji. Since I am on this webinar since the start, I have found there are two main school of thought. There is one with the two mantras to do Yag Agnihotra, and the Vedic Agnihotra we are aware of. I wanted to know from where these two mantras has come to do the Agnihotra, and why this difference between the two ways of doing Agnihotra. And suppose if I am performing, yes, and suppose if I am performing, Dr. Ji, if I am performing the Vedic Agnihotra with the 24 or 16 mantras, I have to start chanting the mantra before the sunrise, and how do I do it? Thank you, Dr. Ji. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so I think Aarti ma'am has raised a couple of questions. So whether there is another Agnihotra which is prescribed in the scripture or the tradition. So let me clarify the Agnihotra which we are referring. This is the Vedic Agnihotra which has been regenerated by His Holiness Param Sadguru Shriji from Akkalkot Gajanan Maharaja. And today there are people around the planet who are performing this 2 times Agnihotra, which is prescribed as per the Vedic knowledge or Vedic scriptures. Of course, in between, this Agnihotra was stopped during the Lord Buddha's Avtara, because people were not doing it in a way, the way it was prescribed in the Vedic scriptures. And Lord Buddha's Avtara, the yajnas were stopped. And that's why we see that there is a Kalk, or we call it as Kal Yuga. So where Kalk means the pollution. And that's why again the another saint or another personality who appeared in this India, who established, re-established or regenerated the process of 2 times Agnihotra. And there is also one more Agnihotra, we call it as Tretagni Vistar, wherein there are 5 kundas, and the person who retains these 5 types of kundas, wherein there is a requirement of maintaining 24 hours fire. So the requirements and the norms are stringent. So for the general person who wish to stay happy and practice the as a routine these two types of oblation Agnihotra has been prescribed basis the Vedic knowledge and the Vedic scriptures, and that's why we have this difference. And of course, Maharishi Dayananda, when he appeared, since to continue the practice of yajna, he allowed and he asked to do Agnihotra as per the convenience and the time which was prevailing. Now we have this Agnihotra with a timing of sunrise and sunset, which has been prescribed, and this is again basis the Vedic knowledge, and the of course whatever base of this lies into the Vedic scripture of 2 oblations at sunrise and sunset. Now last question which was asked, when to chant the mantras. So exactly we have apps about the Agnihotra timings, and basis that timing we have to perform exactly the offering is to be offered exactly at that pinpoint. So that means if we have the timing of say 7:05, so we have to prepare the fire 5 to 7 minutes before of that, and exactly at 7:05, whether it is sunrise or sunset, we have to start the chanting of mantra like this. If it is sunrise, Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama. When we say Swaha, we have to put the offering into the fire and complete the balance mantra. Second mantra is like this: Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. This is for sunrise. And sunset, we have another mantra: Agnaye Swaha, Agnaye Idam Namama. Prajapataye Swaha, Prajapataye Idam Namama. So this is the discipline which is being followed around more than 80 countries today on this planet, and people has conducted large research, and this is the methodology which is adopted today by people who are adopting Agnihotra as prescribed by Param Sadguru Shriji. And of course, as we said, Tretagni Vistar, it has again there are people in India, almost 60 plus families, they are performing this 24/7 Agnihotra. We call this Tetragni Vistar, or they are called as Dikshit with discipline which they are following, and they cannot wear the stitched cloth, they cannot wear they cannot do the job, etc. And they are the only people who can participate as Yajman in the large yajnas like Ashwamedh or Jyotishtom, Agnishtom, Somayaga. And we have in our fraternity or in our Agnihotra family who is connected with Akkalkot, there are 7 family members in the one family at Goa, Mahadev Sakhari Apte, who is no more now, and his children's they adopted. So there are total 7 such 24/7 Agnihotras. There are many around the country, in Jalna or in many part of the country. So these are the people who has to live 24/7, take care of the fire, and this is slightly difficult and which is not doable for general people or general public like us who are into job and the activities. And that's why this Agnihotra of simplest form of 2 oblations. So whenever we just to give an example, whenever we go to anyone's house, so the person, if we are entering at his house, so we the person who is guest at his place, he will ask that please eat 2 niwalas or 2 niwale khake jaiye in Hindi. So that means please eat at my place with 2. There is never ever said that 3 or 5 or 7, and that's the significance which goes to the original Vedic text, that 2 oblations which we have to offer to the Almighty. And when we give these 2 oblations, the Almighty, who is in the form of fire, he gets blessed, or he is made santushta, and that's how then when he becomes happy, he makes everyone happy. And that's why we also call the Agni as a Grahapati. So without fire we cannot have any activities on this planet. I think Narang sir has raised the hand. Sir, please go ahead.
So I was just trying to know the exact reference in Vedas, and either of the, any one of the four Vedas or their commentaries in Upanishads or Graha Sutras or Samritis, where this procedure of 2 oblations in the morning and 2 oblations in the evening is prescribed.
Yeah, so Naran sir, this is, in Shatpad Brahman Grantha, as well as, there are some other references, because though I am not Vedic scholar, so I have, S.K. Kulkarni, who is the Vedic scholar, and of course, Dr. Madan Deshpande also. So probably they can, throw some more lights. I am, very small in terms of, these databases, and, my apologies for that. But I have S.K. Kaka, who will probably, provide, the clarity or answer to this question.
Okay, thank you.
SK Kaka, please, if you want to answer, or otherwise I know you are also there in the session, so maybe we have 2 minutes. Yeah. Yes, sir. Ravi, sir.
Two more scholars, they have raised their hands. Narendra
Please.
Datta Tiwari.
Please, Tiwari, sir, go ahead. Yeah.
Madan Deshpande. Colonel Madan Deshpande also wants to say something.
Doctor, sir,
can I,
please go
sir?
ahead. Yeah.
There is a Paraskara Grahya Sutra. Paraskara Grahya Sutra, it is clearly said that Tandule Yordagna Suryaya Swaha Prajapate Swaha iti Prata Agnaye Swaha Prajapate Swaha iti Sayam iti Aupasana Homa Vidhi. Very clearly it has been said what is the mantra. You have to use rice, you have to use ghee. So this has been said in Paraskara Grahya Sutra. You can also find the meanings, some references in the Vedas also, which probably S.K. Kulkarni will tell you.
Okay, Narendra Datta Tiwari ji.
Then there is a katha also. There is one more katha in one of the Brahmanas, which says that there are 3 people who are doing Agnihotra. One was doing with 2 ahutis. One was doing with only 1 ahuti, morning Suryaya Swaha, evening Agnaya Swaha. And there's a third Brahmin who was doing with 3 ahutis in the morning and 3 ahutis in the evening. And they say that one who was doing 2 prospered. He also achieved the moksha, or whatever the spiritual attainment. So this clearly shows that they highlighted the importance of giving 2 ahutis. It's in Brahman Grantha.
Yeah, so I think
Shatapatha Brahman Grantha.
Yeah.
Shatapatha, it is in Shatapatha.
Yeah. So
Shatapatha
sir,
and Paraskara Sutra, I just for my information and for my knowledge, I want to have specific reference of the chapter or mantras or sukta, etc. Somebody can mail it to me.
We will send it to Mr. Ravi Prakash, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
no
Yes,
problem, no problem.
Yeah, I think Narendra Datta Tiwari, if you have question, please
Yeah.
you can raise. Yeah.
Yeah. First, I would like to clear this about Agnihotra. As it was mentioned by Professor Madanji, that is Upasana Home, it is Grihya Sutra, from Grihya Sutra. It is not a Vedic Agnihotra. And Agnihotra, you may get references from many Shraut Sutras, like Katyayana Shraut Sutra, Apastamba Shraut Sutra, Vaudhayana Shraut Sutra. These all Shraut Sutras have the references clearly mentioned about Agnihotra. Upasana Home is a kind of Agnihotra, but not the Agnihotra exactly, which is counted in the Vedic rituals. And another, my question was...
as far as I'm concerned, and I firmly believe there cannot be a better Upasana than Agnihotra. So it is also known as Upasana. Upasana is being near the God, because I can tell you, sir, the Suryodaya and Suryasta are known as Tirtha. Tirtha doesn't mean water. That means we can reach to the God. That's the smallest bridge.
So in that, Agnihotra is mentioned, that Agnihotra is from, you may get these references or details from Katyayana Shraut Sutra, Apastamba Shraut Sutra, Vaudhayana Shraut Sutras. You are right. But Upasana is not the directly Vedic rituals.
Maybe. Maybe.
So maybe Dr. Kaka, let if SK Kaka can speak something, or otherwise in any case he has.
No, I think he will be speaking. Then he will
Yes,
clarify over there. We are
Yes.
Second, my
short of time. Then at the end we will discuss. I will also comment over it. No problem.
Sorry, my question was.
Krishna Baratji.
Sorry, my question is. I would like to put my question.
Yeah.
It's just as you mentioned, as we know that in the morning we say Suryaya Namah Swaha, Prajapataye Swahayam Namah, and in the evening Agnaye Swaha. So why it is in the Agni? Agnaye Swaha, why it is Agnaye Swaha? I would like to know
Right.
why it is Agnaye Swaha.
So the next speaker, they are
Yeah.
from the same school. He will
I think,
answer. That's a good
SK will tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
SK will tell you.
Yes.
Okay. So now we are going to end this session, and I thank you, Krishna Barat, for giving a very concise and brief lecture, and he also told the very concise and brief method of doing Agnihotra. If somebody doesn't have any time, he can go for this small or a short system of Agnihotra that is known as Aupasana Vidhi, described in Griha Sutras. So I thank you.